All right, guys, what's up? Hope you're doing all right today. Um, Yesterday was a pretty good day. Ended up in the green, about 540, so almost 550 in the green. And sorry, I'm getting started a little bit late today. I have actually been here in pre-market. I got to get to the point to where I turn this on right at 9 o'clock, and as I'm doing my pre-market, sometimes it'll be like, I don't know. Sometimes it'll be you I'll get started at like 8:45, and then by the time 9 rolls around, I'm so engrossed in my work and just anyway. So my apologies for that, but today we're looking at a lot. We're looking at a lot today, and there are things on my screen that you cannot see. I have stuff pulled up, other charts, and all that sort of thing. And so I'm looking at the S&P 500, and I'm also watching Roku today. Now, as you can see, I've already got a couple trades on STMP. So let me just show you what I'm looking at here. On STMP, I'm looking for the breakdown. And I only took 30 shares, and I'm giving myself plenty of room for it to work out. So worst possible loss I'll take on this will be, maybe 120 bucks. So I'm fine with that. It's got to pretty much break all the way through yesterday's highs. But what I'm looking for is a quick breakdown here, maybe even a crack through 150, and to test these levels down here. I mean, if it can get into the 140s, I'll probably go ahead and start taking profit. As a matter of fact, what I may do is go ahead and put in an order to take off half of the shares at the break of 150, and then I'll take the other half here just in case it keeps going down. If you look here on the daily, there's a lot of room to move. If this really wanted to just produce a huge red candle on the day, which it could, but it might not. And like I said, I'll be prepared to get out if it doesn't. Worst case scenario, I'll lose $100. So let's see. BXRX is another one that I got in on. Same thing. Just took a conservative share size, 200 shares at 975, and I kind of wanted it to get down to 965, but basically, this is a newer stock. It IPO'd back in November, and I see that it's basically come down here and it's tapping on these levels. It's gapped up on fairly decent news, and I'm just thinking that if in case this is one of those stocks that just blows through high a day and does really well and climbs all the way back up here, we'd be looking at about a $400 trade. So the risk is not that bad. I'm looking for it to basically find support on these levels right here, but I went ahead and set an order to sell if it cracks through 950. So that'll be about a $50 loss if it cracks through. So nothing too devastating on the day today so far. I did go ahead and put this at the top. CRC actually gapped up on decent news. Now, it's got a lot of these moving averages to push through, but I did go ahead and locate shorts for share. They were cheap. It was like, I don't know, $10-15 for 1,000 shares. But I am also looking for a potential short squeeze, and I don't have to go short on this one if I feel like that there's a lot of people going short, because they're easy to borrow right now. So you gotta always take that into consideration. So if it ends up running up, I'll probably take it to the long side. SDGR, this one is a brand spanking new IPO. This just IPO'd February 6th this month, and it's making some pretty heavy moves up. I got 400 shares to short on this one, so I don't know if it's going to make it, or I don't know if there's going to be a good shorting opportunity. I'm going to play this one very carefully today. Right now, it's in we're going in an upwards channel, so I'm not going to be too quick. Not going to be too quick on any of that. But I'm just going to watch it, and I've got the 400 shares just in case I want to use it. And it didn't cost much. Let me see here, locate 400. It was like $4. Okay, so no big deal there. So anyway, the SPY is also. I mean, and I'll pull it up here. I've got it up on another screen. But the SPY is, as you can see here on the daily chart, um, it could possibly pull back. I don't know that it will. I have a feeling we're going to get a strong push today, um, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it came down here and it almost touched these levels here, but this could break through and actually officially come down to these levels here and maybe even these levels here. Just kind of bounce off the general consolidation here and these two levels here. So we'll be looking for that. That'll definitely affect some of the trades that we've got going out there. DPW is the leading gapper on the scanner today. Forget what the news was on that, but Roku is another one that Roku has been able to hold the 200-day moving average. That is a very, very good sign, actually. And so, with that being the case, I'm thinking that if it can hold, even if it comes down here and tests this candle here, right at 120 or 121. If it tests it and holds and pushes back up, I may consider going long on Roku today. I think we could get a really good move up. It's easy to short, so but if it breaks through 120.35, I am going to look to go short, and I think a lot of people will too. And as a matter of fact, I'd like to see the short float percentage on Roku. It's about a 20%. So. But a lot of people are looking to buy the dip. A lot of people are seeing this as a great buying opportunity. I mean, if you look at the overall trending price action here, Roku could still go up. I mean, Roku could be a $300 or $400 stock here pretty soon. So, I wouldn't be too quick to assume that this is just going to tank. I don't think it will, but I think if it does, it will definitely be testing the 116, 115. Maybe even 113 areas. So let's see here. And then here's one that seems to be pushing up pretty heavily today, work. So work is pushing up. It's not setting all-time highs. I know it looks like it is, but actually if you go back here, it basically is tapping on the $30 mark. So, but if you go back here, this, we have a lot of this resistance to get through here. We have a lot of this to get through, which it totally could. It totally could. I mean, this could blow up to $32, $35 today. So, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are bullish on this, but I don't know. I am going to check the short float real quick on work just to see. Okay, about 15%. The one thing about this is there's really no news. There's no news on this, so it is a little concerning. It's a little concerning. So, but anyway, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'll take it for shorting or long opportunities, whichever I see fit at the time. And then another one I kind of am gonna just watch from the side today is ENPH. It was making some pretty good moves yesterday, as you could see. The last couple days really. Not really interested in this. I'm probably going to get that off my watch list. I'll keep that. SBCE, I've kind of resolved to just leave this alone for now. Overall, have not done too good on this, but I'm keeping it down here at the bottom of the list because I'm going to want to check up on it later. Plug might be good for a long if it breaks high of day, or a previous day high, I should say. We've seen it before. You see all this action back here. It's definitely had these moves where it runs up and then pulls back and then runs up, and so it's easy to borrow. But anyway, like I said, main ones I'm going to be watching are of course the ones that I have going right now, STMP, and STMP. This would be the one that would just run straight up and just get me out immediately. So I got to be careful with that one, but I am going to go ahead and put orders down at 151 to get the first 15 shares. So if it runs down there, and then I've got my stop set. So we're about to get into this right now. we'll see what this turns into right out the gates. Here we go. There we go. There we go. It's running down. It's running down. Not too much happening here. There we go. You know what? If it has a good enough run down, well, I'll take it at 150, 15. Maybe it'll tap right on there. SPY's coming up. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to have a change of plans here. I will get out the 30 shares at the break of 150, 158. Change of plans. Change of plans. Stop. Buy at 158.01. And if it keeps going down, then we'll see where it can go. Let's look at CRC. Oh. Totally could have gotten in on that one. See if there's going to be a bounce. Is it having a hard time bouncing? Okay, and I am almost tempted to add here, but if it breaks, this is about to get me out, I think. Let's focus on some other ones here. So okay, I don't know about that volatility. Okay, BXRX got me out. Okay. Okay, and we are just having massive sell-off on a lot of this stuff today. So STMP running down. Good job with STMP. 149, 15. Take the first 15 shares off at 149.15. Or I may just let this run. This looks like, I mean, this really does look like it could run down. I may not even take any shares off. I may just let that run. CRC is continuing to make moves to the downside. SDGR looking a little crazy. We're not going to mess with that one yet. BXRX may look to go short here. We're going to let the first 5 minutes play out, guys, before we get into anything today. STMP. Yeah, I'll take that at the break of 156. So 30 shares at the break of 156. There's no need to let it ride after that. So I'm going to stop 156.01, stop by those 30 shares there. Otherwise, I'm going to let it test the break. Let's test the break down here. Break of 150. Some DPW. Doesn't look like it's going to get much of a run up. Not yet anyway. Work. See if we can get some, let's see if we can take a starter position here on work. Looks like it's continuing to break down. What do we get in? 72. So we probably want to take the first 100 off at 28.52. I'd like to build on the position a little if I can, if I could. And then we'll take the other 100 at, there we go, maybe 32. And if not, we'll just add in, I think it could, I might even be able to get down to 28. We'll take the other 100 there at 28. So there we go, getting the break there, getting a solid break, yep, solid breakdown, there we go. Solid breakdown on work. See if we can get 28. There we go, break of 30 would give us 28. I think we could test 20s, the 20s areas. See what we're looking at here. Okay. Okay, just in case this doesn't work out, I'm going to go ahead and take the last, we didn't quite get down to 28. Just in case this ends up completely squeezing back against us. We don't want to hold on to the shares that long, so I'll buy 100 back at 62. There we go. Okay, so we're going to stay green on that and just see what happens here. I want to see how this plays out. Let's give CRC a chance to build back up. BXRX, looks like it could be turning around. Roku suffering a dip. See where this next 5-minute candle ends. These are tricky days here, guys, because you got to watch the SPY. You got to watch the SPY. Okay, let's see. Let's get in a retest. Let's see how much it pulls back up. It's having a hard time, guys. It's looking to. I almost kind of want to get in at the anticipation of the break of the 120 areas. SPY is still somewhat pulling. There we go. Give a good pullback there. See if we can get a little more of a pullback. It's rough. It's rough. I think it's going to go, guys. All right. So missing out on that one, but think it's going to continue. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. I think we have a good shot of this continuing with the downward momentum. There may be a retest, and so we'll be prepared for that. But I'm right now looking for the break of 120.35, and I will consider adding at the break of 120.35. $121.12 actually would be a good place to get another share. So 121.10, stop sell. What's happening with STMP? STMP is making its way back up, looks like. It's being stubborn, guys. It's not wanting to push down. It's not wanting to sell. There we go. Some good action there. I need to wait for a pullback on that. We're going to go ahead and remove that one. Roku. Almost tempted to add, and then I would probably get out at the break of 122, but let me see if I can get a greater pullback on this. Don't know if I am. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get in 200 at 45, and we'll get out at the break of 122. I think I'm going to hold off on those shares right there. Yeah, if this comes back over 122, I'm going to want to get out. Let's see here on the 1 minute. 121.98, stop. Buy. I'll at least get out. I'll do this. I'll do a stop of the first 100 shares at 121.96. And I'll do a stop of the second 100 at 122.30. Stop buy. We'll do it like that. $121.22. Might would consider adding there. Okay, I got out the first 100. There we go. Roku's holding well. So we're going to get at the break of 122.20, 121.20. We'll sell those. Okay, I almost feel like I had to try this again. This was got a little worse of a position than I liked, but 121.63. I'll have to get out everything at the break of 122.25. Stop. So we ought to see some kind of resolution down to the downside here. Yeah, 22.20. Maybe back at the break of 122. Take 100 there. Okay, it's going. It's going. We've got 300 at 121.46. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and take off the first a quarter of it, right? Let's see. Let's look for the breakdown here. Take a quarter off at the break of 120.50. Come on. There we go. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. Let's see how much of a move we can get here, yeah? Oops. Taking a quarter off there. We're looking for the break of 120, guys. Looking for the break of 120. This will be huge. This will be absolutely huge. Got 225 shares left. I'm going to try to hold them down to at least 100 of them down to 118. But actually, I'll go ahead and take off a quarter of another quarter position there. Let's see. We've got 169 shares. Comes back over 120, I'll take it. Let's see. Couldn't quite break 120. I think we're definitely going to get a test, guys, down to, where is it, 116? Yeah, I think I'm going to hold. I think I'm going to hold till 116. 116.26. I'll take off 69 shares at 118.39 if it can make it down there. Comes over 120, I'll take a quarter position. I'll actually stop. Okay, so let me put in a limit there real quick just in case it drops. And then I'll also put in a stop at the break of 120 for 69 shares. Stop by 120. We'll do 120.01 just in case. Sometimes it can tap. Okay, so we secured some more there. We are going to look to add. We're going to look to add to our position. We have a 121.13 average right now. So, trying to build. Let me do a 120.81 average of 100 shares. We'll add there 120.81. I'm going to try to let it come to me. Come on. Missed the ad. It's okay. So now if it comes up past that, I'll want to put the ad up to, let's see, $21.13. I'll just take another ad wherever I came in. So if it holds 120, that's going to be pretty big. But I'm still looking for a good, solid move down. Guys, I'm in it to win it. So STMP, even with the SPY tanking the way that it is, it's holding up. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 30 shares off at a retest of, let's say, 154.15. Let's see if we can just get them off there. See if we can make 30 bucks on that trade. CRC looks like it's starting to make a move back up. It's got a lot of levels to get past though, guys. SDRG, this is good. This is pretty much doing what SPCE did the other day. So I'm going to start scalping this. I'll do okay. So we'll do 52.81 and then we will do an immediate buyback at 52.31 for a quick $100 scalp. STMP got that out. Okay, we're good there. And we'll also do 153. Well, let me get ready for this. We'll take it at 35. That's a good round number. Spreads are pretty big on this. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Sorry, I just had a good idea. So let's see if it gets up. Let's see if it grabs my order. Actually, you know what? this is going to ramp up probably to 5320. So there's that, and then we will do 50 on 5280. And we'll see if the rest can ride. See if it pushes up past 5250. It's wanting a break, but it's not. It's taking a second. Yeah. It's giving it a pretty good hard time here. Okay, let's check back in with Roku. I'm gonna take that off the table for now. I need to see what's up with Roku. See if we're gonna get a possible retest. See if we're gonna get a retest of all this. See where that retest would be. Okay, I got 200 at 121.21. So we're going to start taking off at 120.91. Buy 100 back there. No reason why we shouldn't be able to get those first 100 off. Come on, there we go. So just up the ante a little bit. We took our average up to 121.29. So this gives us a little bit more room, guys. And honestly, if it breaks VWAP, I think I'm going to want to get out. So at least we made some profit there on that. 121.37 is where VWAP is. So, although let me double check on that because this could be a VWAP fake out. I'm up on the day. I'll give this some room to work. We're doing really well today, so. Okay. Where are we? 29. So I'll put out an order here. Let's see. Yeah, because that covered over on the 15-minute too, so it's a little worrisome. Last thing we want to do is get caught in a short squeeze on this. Okay, so actually I'll take out 50 there at 49. Take out another 50 at 39 if we can get it. There we go. There's a first. And let's see, can we get it? Okay, there we go. All right, so that might have been a short squeeze, but I honestly didn't want to find out. Like I said, we're doing well today, so there's no reason to compromise that. CRC, you know, I do kind of wish I had caught that move there. That would have been a really, really nice move. That would have been the day there. So STMP, look at that, total fail. Total fail. Ah, well, you live and you learn. That could have been a really nice trade. BRX, or BXRX, I should say, still kind of acting a little wonky. Work. Let's see how work has been doing. Okay, work had a great recovery. So, see what it does from here. Roku might afford another opportunity here. And look at Tesla. Tesla definitely could have some good opportunities. But AMD following suit with Tesla, EMPH, Whippy, just like STMP. NVIDIA finally working out. BYND, HOP, they're all following suit with SPY, by the way. See what kind of action has happened on here. Yeah, I got to stay away from that one. Got wrecked on that joint this week. Not a lot of volume, taking that out. Okay, LK is on a halt. I'm taking that out. I don't really care about LK anymore. CRC. With as heavy of a short float as CRC had, I mean, I kind of should have known. See if we can do this. 50 and then if we can pad the wallet here. Pad the wallet a little bit here. Bring this down a little to 80. This might be a good opportunity to get in 50 shares and this is continuing to push. Okay. We're going to retest on that. STMP. STMP just getting rocked. Kind of wish I had stayed in that move, but you know, I saw this. If I kept my stop, we'd be in good shape. But it is what it is. I think we'll get a retest of 120.50. I mean, it looks like we can get a retest of that. But I'll tell you what, I mean, it's, you know, I'm watching the SPY too. A lot of this is following suit with the SPY, and the SPY could be turning around. And so we just need to see how these setups play out. No need to jump in too quick. Although I could take a scalp. I think I could take a 121. I could take a $200 scalp on 34. So 34, and then I would take the first bid off at 22 just to get in the green and to let it play out back down to the downside. Okay, and after that, change of plans. Let's go to the 1 minute. This actually could be forming a channel, an upwards channel. So yeah, maybe I don't want to scalp. This is why I always look. You want to compare multiple charts. You want to compare multiple charts. I think I could scalp. I think if it did pop up to, let's say, 64, I'll bet I could get a pullback. 2166. We could sell there and then take it at 46. I think we could get 46. Make a quick 40 bucks, get us up 300 on the day. Yeah, I think we could get that. Let's go check in on work again. Okay, second thought. Minute, 2 minute, yeah. That's showing some good downside potential right now. So I'm thinking we could get work is tricky though. I mean, that's just the only thing. It's very, very tricky. See? Just pops on you like that. You have no idea where these buyers come out. It's almost like a smaller, lighter version of SPCE. This thing could just come ripping all the way up. So you got to get a better position with this. If you're going to scalp it, you just have to build a better position. Sitting on top of VWAP on the 15 minute. 15 minute is a chart that you definitely want to pay attention to, by the way. Yeah, it's holding VWAP. It's holding VWAP for sure. Now I could get in at the anticipation of breaking the VWAP, and then we could get a good solid flush down to maybe 51, maybe even 40, 50 or 40, but it's a 1-to-1 profit loss ratio. And again, you know, I'm up on the day. It's not the time to really, you know, try to mess around too much. STMP is going absolutely nowhere. I'm removing that from the watch list. There's no need to mess around with that. Okay, what are we looking at here? So if Roku breaks 120.50, we might be able to get in a quick move to the downside. If it breaks this candle's low, yeah, there we go. Almost. I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant again because I'm up on the day, and but SPY's pulling. 120.72. This is what I have to do in situations like that. SPY's pushing back up. I'm keeping tabs on the SPY because the SPY can be very, very telling of what's going to end up happening with a lot of these stocks. And it looks like the SPY is trying to push above VWAP. Now, it might remain choppy. I just missed that move. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. I'll take it here. 71. It broke. That was not a clean break. Look at that. Came down. Now it's popping back up. We can give it time to work out, though. We can give it time to work out. And I'm watching the SPY. SPY's looking like it's wanting to get bought back up on this candle. See if we can average back in. Nah. 200 at 89. So I'll get out 100 at 120.79 just to see if I can secure a little of this. Lighten the load. Come on. Lighten the load a little. Come on. All right. I'll lighten the load there. Okay. So 121.08 is the average. SPY's ramping back up, but it could be failing. So let's see if we can get a good drop down. I mean, I'll tell you what, if we break 120, that'll be huge. If we break back down 120 again. And if we break down 150, that'll be huge. SPY looks like it wants to go. But it could remain choppy. You know, it's the last thing we want to see on the SPY too. Last thing we want to see is it remaining choppy. I don't know, guys. It's chop fest right now, so you just kind of need to see how all this is going to play out. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to get out on 86. Maybe even 88. Well, SPY's fail. 262. Okay, back up to 262 on the day. Man, the SPY. As soon as it looks like it's creeping towards that VWAP, it's getting rejected again though. It's getting rejected again. We may start this all over again. Oh, there's the move we were looking for, guys. There's the move. Well, somewhat. I'll tell you what. This is one of those times where you just got to get in with what you're going to get in with. You can't be afraid to lose. If I lose $50 on the day, that's fine. I don't want to, but for the sake of getting a good solid profit here, might be what needs to be done. We definitely want to capitalize more on the possibilities of the downward momentum. It's making lower highs and lower lows, that's for sure. See if we can get in here. I'll let it come to me. There we go. Okay. Okay. And we're basically going to hold this until the break of the previous candle's high. Because once it starts breaking through there, there's really not going to be any reason to stay in. As a matter of fact, 121.31. $27, yeah. So yeah, if it breaks 121.26, although it could totally fake out. And here's the thing, in 15 seconds a new 5-minute candle is going to form. And that's going to make it even more. Come on. Look at that. Talk about indecision. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get out, guys. Gonna go ahead and get out. It's not looking good. It's looking like there's gonna be a possible turnaround here. So I could be wrong, but right now it's not for me. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about being profitable on the day. I don't want to take too many trades that are just going to kind of suck all my profits out. I mean, it's not a great day, but it is. You know, it's Friday. It's Friday, and this is just. I mean, we all know this is how Fridays are. Um, so they can be slow. They can be choppy. Um, and honestly, I'm just really not interested in losing. I mean, we had good trades, you know. I mean, they weren't perfect. BXRX, you know, I got stopped out. I got stopped out, but you know, it's $60. You know you can afford to lose $60, especially when you know you pretty much made up for it on two other trades. Now STMP, I wish I had let that work out more, but I mean, look at this chop fest all day. I mean, came down here, and at one point I think I was up. I don't know. I was probably up 60 or maybe more. I think maybe it was like $100 or something, but came all the way up here. It looked like it was going to start blowing up to these levels. So I didn't want to risk losing anything on that. So I put out an order with a dollar below where I shorted it, and I made $30. Okay. Come in here on work. I made a quick scalp on work. I don't even know where that was. Let me see. Studies, trading, show executions. So there it was. Quick short, quick take profit on two different shares. You know, so I'm fine with that. This was the good work today, Roku, and I was actually planning on going long with it. In my opinion, Roku, and look at that. See, that's why I got out. Look at that. SPY looks like it's gaining strength again. Roku might actually be good for a long if it comes back over the 200-day moving average here. We can break, you know, 123.75. And really, I'll say this: if it comes back and finds solid support on the VWAP, and you know, as long as the SPY is doing well, there's absolutely no reason not to take a long on Roku. Tesla's turning around. A lot of them are going to probably start turning around. So anyway, I haven't traded too much today. I did add a good chunk of liquidity. So my commissions are going to be extremely low. I did buy up, like $18 worth of shares to short. So so there's that. I don't think CRC is coming up. I could be wrong. I'm considering taking just a 10-cent scalping trade. I think I could make 45 bucks off of this. I think it could get down to 6 or 7.18. Might even be rejecting VWAP here. Might even be able to go down. And then I could just get out at the break of 7.34. Wouldn't be a bad trade. Let's see, SDGR. Still whippy as ever. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is one of those ones where you really gotta know what you're doing. So I would average in. I think it's weak though. I think it's weak. Volume has died off. I don't think there's going to be any kind of major buy up on this. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. Let's start with a position here in 70 and then let's see, 83. And then 20, yeah. Okay, not feeling that. So we would want to look for a VWAP crossover. 51. I would take it at 51.20. I'd sell it there and then pick up a quick 50 shares at 50.80. So I mean, it's quick $25, maybe just to pay for the shares I borrowed. I would be willing to do that. I think I could get that. And I would even be willing to size in 51. Let's see if I got it at 51.20 and then let's say 51.40 given, or 51.40 giving me 100, average at 51.30, and then take it at 50.90 or something like that. So 51.40. No, I'd probably do 51.50 actually. 51.50. So, and then I would take I put in an order at 50.80 and then 50 and then 51. Maybe even 51.10. But if I brought my average up to 51.35, then that whole trade would end up being about a $50 trade, roughly, if it played out like that. But you see how whippy, you see how spiky this is, back and forth, back and forth. Like I can't see this just coming in and just ramping all the way up here. Now, with that being said, anomalies can occur. Again, SPCE. Hence, SPCE. I don't think anybody's ever seen anything like that since or before, and we probably won't see anything like that in quite some time. But we're going to go for a quick scalp here. So we need to see 51.20 get consumed, and then we'll put the bid out at 50.80. It's having a hard time. Nobody wants to get in on it. Nobody wants to get in on it. I might even do 51.60 for the next. I said 51.50. I might even do 51.60 for the second 50 shares, and then 50.80 on the bid to buy up the first 50. Because it pops up, it drops back, it pops up, it drops back. And knowing how these stocks move, but it honestly looks like it's on a downward tear. I'll come back to this. I'll leave those orders out. BXRX. It's coming up. Yep, this is coming up. Roku had a pullback to VWAP. Roku's on a pullback to VWAP. I actually feel this might be a good opportunity to capture some long at 58. I don't know. Spy though is cracking back down. Spy, it looks like it has a VWAP rejection. So I don't know. I'm gonna Guys, whenever the SPY is trading like this, you have to be extremely careful. You do. You just have to be extremely careful. Okay, this one is just obviously not breaking. I'm fine with taking, I think, 400 shares here, and then getting out at the break of 734. Or 736. I think it's worth a shot. Volume has died off. There would be a lot of waiting on this. It's just not moving fast. I don't know if I trust it, guys. I'm not as sure about this one. Oh, and look at that. As soon as I say it. Let's look at the 1 minute. Look at that. Who just got rocked? That would have been me getting stopped out right there. This is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But I almost want to be the guy to like finally jump in and go short here, because you can see this flush. You know, everybody got stopped out and then it just flushes. Somebody came in and just bought a whole big chunk of that. Guys, I'm gonna have to get away from this one. This is not, it's not healthy for me to keep watching that. So maybe bull flagging. I'm gonna see what happens after this. Look at that. Look at that. It's all the way up to where it stopped me out. DPW, right? Was it DPW or DWP? Yeah, DPW. Yeah, I'm guessing that was SFM. That was one that had popped up. It's doing all right. Let's see. ZLISC, just curious, why do you call yourself conservative when you have 2K losing days and 250 winning days? Well, so good question. Good question. And what happened the other day was an anomaly. I have not honestly faced any kind of loss like that in a long time. So if you go back and watch a lot of the previous videos, you can get a lot more information on that. But I will give you just a brief summary of what kind of went down with all that. But first of all, today's a $250 winning day, but you know, yesterday was a $550 winning day. Tuesday we came in and made another $500 and some dollars. You know, last week we had, you know, a couple $400 days. So it's, you know, I'm very much about trading a conservative trading strategy that proves that you don't need a large account. You don't have to take thousands of shares. You don't have to, you know, you just don't need a lot to actually make a decent side income day trading, right? So, you know, if you want to be able to make, you know, $300 to $500 a day, which is really good money for a lot of people out there. You know, sure, you might not be the rock star day trading gurus out there that are making, you know, tens of thousands of dollars or thousands upon thousands of dollars all the time. I mean, you got people out there like Ross Cameron. I mean, the guy's reporting 60K plus weeks, and then, on a slow month, he's still making, 40 to 60K that month. And I think what happens is a lot of people get into the day trading business like this, and they see all the glitz and the glamour and the Lamborghinis, and they see, the lavish vacations of people like Tim Sykes. And listen, and by the way, I'm not dissing any of these guys. I think these guys are very good at what they do. I think they've proven themselves to be profitable traders over the years. But I think it gives a little bit of an unrealistic picture of what day trading can be like. And what you have to understand is the average Joe who comes in to day trade does not have some huge account with all this money, and they don't have this, money that they're getting from chat room subscriptions. Money to a lot of people is a little bit more of a precious thing. And so when you take that into the markets and you're just getting started day trading, and you just want to be able to, say you're a retiree, you've retired from work and you're sitting at home and you're thinking about something to do, and sure, you're living off of retirement, but even your 401k is limited. I mean, maybe you want to make a little bit of extra money. Maybe you want to have something that you can do that, where you can make just an extra, even if it was just an extra $150, $200 a day, just to supplement your income and have something to do to occupy your time, and something that's fun, something that you can learn, be productive with. Well, you can do that. If you can do that conservatively, you can do that with a conservative share size. You can do that with a conservative, modest, smaller account. And that's all I'm proving with this stuff. So what happened the other day with the $2,000 loss? I mean, to correct your question a little bit, I would understand if I had plural 2K losing days. I don't have 2K losing days. I lost $2,000 the other day because we saw an anomaly with SPCE. You can go look on other day trading YouTuber channels. Some of the most professional day traders out there were scratching their heads on that day. There were a lot of people that got chopped out of the market. There's a lot of people that suffered a lot of losses because, point blank, the strategies, or the setups were really solid, but the volume and the volatility on that stock was just insane. And honestly, I should have stopped. There was a point where I was down like $700, and I should have just stopped. And I can have a $700 day. I can have a $2,000 losing day. I don't want that. I don't aspire to have 2K losing days, but thank God it's only been one day. Most of my days I come into the markets and I'm able to take anywhere from, on average, anywhere from $300 to $500. Sometimes it's less. Sometimes it's, I only have a, $200 winning day, but sometimes I'll have an $800 to $1,000 winning day. So, the thing is what happened with SPCE the other day, that just happens sometimes. Sometimes you have days where you get completely wrecked. And I think that's another realistic perspective that people need to have. But again, I totally claim, I have to be very specific when I tell you this, that I totally dropped the ball on that, because like I said, when I was down, I should have just stopped, and I didn't. And it was just one of those days where I got wrecked. I wasn't really in control of my emotions, at the best level. But look, I don't claim to be the most professional day trader out there. I've been day trading for 2.5 years now, roughly. And it's just something I enjoy. It's something that supplements my income. I have another job. I work from home, and I'm contracted out to a company, to a web development company. So I have other means of, this is not my only means here, but that day was just, it was poor exercising of discipline on my part. But it's not like I have 250 winning days and then 2K losing days. That literally happened once. So, hopefully that answers your question. But the main idea to having a good, solid, conservative trading strategy is, by and large, coming into the markets, not feeling like you have to have some super huge account. And even with the charting, I even call my charting very conservative, because I don't I don't have heavy use of technical indicators all over the place. Even a lot of times, I don't even trade with anything except for VWAP and volume. I read VWAP and I read volume. Now, on the 5 minute chart, I will typically keep up the 9 and the 20 EMAs because they're very important. But there's people out there that are constantly drawing trend lines, and they're whipping out the Fibonacci retracement tools. They've got the RSI up, they've got the MACD up, they've got Bollinger Bands out. Like they're you can look at some of the charting out there, and it's just heavy use of just loading their charts down with technical indicators, and it really just makes it for a much more confusing trading experience, in my opinion. So that's another way that I have a conservative trading strategy. I'm very conservative with all the technical indicators that I allow on my charts. We trade with clean charts. And we basically watch mostly, like I said, VWAP, volume, price action, and just, again, very little use of technical indicators. So that's another reason why it's called conservative trades. So again, there's a lot of reasons why this is called conservative trades, but you can't just look at one bad losing day like that and just write it off as, oh, this must not be a conservative. As a matter of fact, on SPCE, I was using pretty conservative share size on all of that, but SPCE was jumping, $2-3 in single moves, and so even then, I probably should have been reducing my share size even more. But the point is you don't have to trade with thousands and thousands of shares every single day, like a lot of these big time guys do. You can literally come in. Actually, if you go look at my video from yesterday was, I made like, I don't know, it was almost $550, 540 some. And my best trade was on Tesla. And I only took, just so you know, I only took 20 shares. I took 20 shares. Go back and watch that video from yesterday. I took 20 shares on Tesla and made like 400 and some dollars just on that trade alone. Okay, and so anyway, and you're welcome. You're welcome. I certainly, I think that's a great question. I think anybody just coming into this channel right now, this is a new channel, by the way, and I was even talking about it in my video the other day. Like the day before I started the channel, I made like almost $1,300. And I was rocking and rolling, and I was very excited about starting the channel. And then I started the channel, and honestly, I'm a little nervous doing this whole live streaming thing. I've never done that before. It's a little bit more to keep up with. Even just kind of paying attention, looking over here to the chat box, which I think I need to turn on some kind of sound notifications, because I just so happened to turn my head and see that you had commented, and I didn't hear anything go off. So I need to be better about that. But just knowing that I'm trading before other people, I don't know. It's just, it's a little unnerving. It's a little different. And knowing that I'm actually posting all of my trades live, I feel like I'm having to perform for somebody now. And so there's a little bit different mentality that comes with that. And actually, my first day in, so like I said, I was literally trading the week before. I had a great day at the end of that week, made like $1,300. I come in here Monday morning and I fire up the live stream for the very first time, and I lose $800. So like look, I'm just going to have to, what this is going to take is just the next several weeks of just slowly building this up and building up the channel and just showing you good solid green day after green day after green day. Like I said, my typical green day is between $300 and $500. Sometimes I can make over $1,000. Sometimes I lose money. Some days I come in here and I lose $400 or $500. But the key to trading, as you probably already know, is just really solid consistency and making sure that you are consistently building up your account. And you really can do it with a smaller account and with a very conservative share size. So anyway, I know I'm talking your ears off now, so I'm going to get back to trading, but I appreciate you asking the question and sitting through all that. So this looks like it's going to lose some key levels here. But I don't know. This has been so whippy. I'm going to put in 50 shares here and see if I can build a position. This may be the worst thing I can do right now. But it seems if it breaks some of these key levels, let's see. If it breaks down here, we could get, just off of 50 shares, we could get a pretty solid move. But obviously, if it starts ramping back up, I'm going to want to get out. But if it breaks, here's the thing, it might be finding support here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first 25 shares off at 48.80. If I can get that, I'd like to see if I can get that, and at least just, you know, get in the profit a little bit, and, you know, try to help in case it starts turning around here, because this actually could be forming. This could be having a trend line bounce, but I think if it comes through, I think if it shoots through this trend line, we could be in pretty good shape. Now remember, I'm in at 49.40, so if I see this moving against me, I can always try to come back in and take the shares back off at 49.40. But I'd like to see what could happen if we could get a breakdown. And if I could get a little relief of this pressure and it breaks down through this trend line, and then breaks these levels, I'll see how long I can carry that other 25 shares. I mean, we get a $5 move off of that, that'll be great. So that's what we want to see right now. That's what we want to see. And it could totally be getting a trend line break. So if it goes up one more time, I'll try to see if I can get back out with a break even on those shares. Okay, I'm going to put the 50 out there. Seems like it didn't work out. Tell you what though, if it flushes down, see what it does here. So like I said, this could be a very good move. And if this flushes down, we may actually get the move now that it's stalling up here a little bit. getting pushed down. If we broke 48, well, okay. So now I'm gonna really wait on this to play out. Story changes all the time when you're trading. Story constantly changes. See if we can get a flush down to 20. I'll tell you what, if we got a flush down to 20, I'll relieve 25 if it comes down to 49.40. And I'll see if I can hold the other 25. This could be bull flagging here. But again, if it breaks through all this, we could see some good downside momentum. I'm going to go ahead and unload 25 shares there. I'll take a little bit of a loss on that. Let's see if I can even get, yeah, I can get down there. I can tag that real quick. This is the other great part about a conservative trading strategy is you don't necessarily lose too much. You don't necessarily lose too much. So, you know, when you do have a trade that's not going in your direction, but I still feel like if this comes down and cracks through this trend line and starts breaking down and starts busting down through these levels, I think I mean, you break this trend line here, you break right here at 48. I think, yeah, 46 is definitely the next level. And we could, I mean, we could end up doing really well off of that. We could end up, I mean, this thing could tank and we could end up making up for this plus, you know, I don't know, $50. And I might consider adding now that I've reduced share size. Yeah, we break 48. We could easily come down to 44. I think it'd be $100 move on 25 shares. All we need to see is a good solid fail right here. Now, the one thing I am a little concerned about, is look here on the 15 minute. Look at this. Now, this is the first time we have broken the 15-minute candle's high. Look at this. We had a high here, couldn't break it, couldn't break it, couldn't break it, couldn't break it, and now we've broke it. Now we've broken it. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't see a retest. Doesn't mean that all of a sudden, you know, we're going to go to the moon on this, but got to be prepared for it. And I'll tell you right now, I mean, the 15 minutes is just about up. So if it breaks through VWAP, I'm not going to want to sit around for it. And I'll have to take a loss, and I'll be down, you know, it'll be a $200 day basically. But in the meantime, gonna check out some of these other trades. Well, I wonder what CRC ended up doing. Yep, look at that. Look at that. Wow, that would have been a great place to go short. That would have been a great place to go short. Roku had quite the run up. Not too much happening there, not too much happening there, not too much happening there. All right, so we're basically done. We're basically done. We're going to go ahead and get out SPCE. I mean, look at this. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Look at look at this. Look at this. I mean, what in the world? You know, and you cracked. Let's see. Did it crack low of day? No, it didn't crack low of day. But I'll tell you what, somebody's getting pummeled right now. This is the story of SPCE all week long. Okay, so this is making a strong recovery. Could average in, but I don't know if I want to average in on a short squeeze, if that's what this is. If that's what this is. But let's just see. Let's see. Is this? Are we going to keep going with this? Okay, so I got 50 at 50, 57. Goodness gracious. $51, $40. It's a pretty massive short squeeze, guys. Pretty massive short squeeze. Let's look at the 15-minute. Like to think I could continue to average in. So let's see, 50, 57. Where's 51 if it broke back? Yeah. I would want to take 25 shares off at 51. So if this ends up failing, and if it doesn't fail, I'm going to have to get out. Or 50, 90? I'll take it right at 51. Just in case there's a bounce on these levels here. There you go. That would be very interesting. And then I would move it down. If this ends up being like a gravestone doji, shooting star, what have you. Okay, that looks like a bounce. There's a heavy order down here, down on the bid. So if this can break 51.51, I think we'd see a pretty significant move down. Where was the last place I got in? 51.74. Okay. So we would lose a little bit, but maybe be able to make some of that back if it could really crush down through these levels. Break VWAP. I have a 50.57 average. Look at this 5 minute. That's how it ended. So I am. I'm going to bring that down to 5080 in anticipation of a breakthrough 5150. $51.50, then we got to crush VWAP, and then we got to make our way towards this moving average, which is at 50.76. There we go. There was the break of 51.50. See the break of 51. People are hoping for a VWAP bounce, I think, but this is gonna get utterly destroyed if it goes through. There we go. There we go. Let's crack VWAP. Let's crack VWAP. See a little buying at VWAP. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. You got people that bought all the way up here who are getting nervous, and they're going to dump. They're going to completely dump. I think people are going to be hesitant. This is what you call triple bottom. Well, not quite. Go on the 5-minute chart. I mean, we've tapped. Yeah, we've tapped a lot. We've tapped a lot. Still looking for a fail. Looking for a sell-off for all the people that got in up there. But we could be, I mean, we could be curling around, and if that's the case, then I'll have to get out. But I'm looking for a flush. Looking for a flush. Maybe even down to these levels here. So I don't even know if I want to buy at 50, 80. Probably buy the first at I'd probably buy the first at 50, 60. As long as we can close that and hit VWAP, yeah, I think maybe 50, 57. Why not? Let's just put out the first orders there. This could drop severely, and then, you know, like I said, if we still get a significant move to the downside, you know, down to like $45 or something like that, I'll let that last 25 shares ride for the rest of the day. It's not a good indicator there. See if we can get a push down. So the more that I'm looking at this, the more my my plan is changing. If it breaks VWAP, I'm just looking at this huge bid we have here. I don't think I would feel like I needed to get my shares off the table. Right now I'm kind of feeling that way just because it's still above VWAP. But I think if it cracks, it'll probably blow right through these levels. We just need to see if it's going to crack. Plain and simple. There we go. So yeah, I do want to see a flush. Where's the first one? 49.40 and then 40. 51.74. Okay, so and 49.37. $50.20. 50.40, we'll say. That would be a good flush point. Okay, here we go. If it breaks over 52.26, I'll get out. That's going to be my if then statement. We really want to see this breakdown here. But yeah, if it starts launching up here, I think I'm gonna have to get out because it's not selling below this point right now. Now it may, and if it breaks, it's gonna break hard. Okay, there it is. That was good. Then we would need to crack a VWAP. So we need to break 5150, and then we need to get a crack of the VWAP. There it is. There it is. Okay. Buyer stepped in. Sellers are stepping in again. It's hitting on the 9 EMA on the 5. I want to see a flush down here to 40. We'll take a loss on those first 25 shares. There it is. There's that. They're trying to hold the line. It's not holding the line though. And I want to see this come all the way down here and crack through. That's what I'm going for. So if this can flush 72, so 50, we got it on 50-40. Let's take 50-20. Yeah. We'll do 50-20 on those first 25. Take a little bit less of a loss there. So 49.37, big order down there. Big order. Let's see it flush. See it flush. Come on. Guys, just dump your shares. You know you want to. You know you want to. Let's see what this is looking like on the 2-minute. Okay. So, yeah, I think you have a lot of buyers up here. Now, again, I can be wrong. Like this can totally just be a crap show, for lack of a better phrase. Okay. Totally. I mean, it was totally just destroy. I could get destroyed on this. This could curl back up and short squeeze people out. And it's the thing with whippy, spready, choppy stocks like this. But it just seems like the probabilities might be a little more in my favor. Now that right there kind of changes some things. I don't like to see that. But it's on the 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready if 80 shows on the ask. Okay. Come on. Come on. Almost ready, not quite, but almost ready to give in. But I'm going to give this a chance to break. Almost ready to give in. Not quite, but almost. Okay. See what we can do here. See if we can break down and hit 20. It's having a hard time holding the line. Come on. Push. Okay. 5080. Ah. Look at that junk. Goodness gracious. It's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, so I've got to take a loss there, guys. That's just completely irrational. Completely irrational. I'm gonna try to buy those shares back at where I got in. So hindsight's 2020. Really is. Really is, guys. Hindsight is 2020. I have no idea what that was about, where that came from, why that came up there like that. I have no idea. I have no idea. This, by all intents and purposes, should have, But that's what you get when you trade whippy, crazy stocks just like this. That should have taken me out. I don't know why it didn't. I had an order of 51.80. Just sold to 51. I don't know why this hasn't taken me out. I don't know why this isn't taking me out. I've got an order out at 51.80. Or, no, excuse me, 51.75. Okay, sorry. So 51.75. Okay. Can we get this? All right, I'm out. I'm out. 169.79. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, it was a decent trade idea. I do not recommend normally people trading these kinds of stocks. I don't recommend it. I really don't. It's not these kinds of stocks can be very difficult to trade. As you can see, I mean, we had a pullback all the way up to here, and then we had a full breakdown. And right as we were looking for it to come crushing down, somebody came in and just bought that jump straight up. So there's really not much you can do about stuff like that. I mean, You have all these big orders on the bid down there. It's very interesting what just went down with that. Let's look at CRC. Came back up to test. Roku got bought right back up off of that. I'm telling you, this is Chop Fest today, guys. Chop Fest. AMD, Tesla making some decent moves here. I'd be willing to take a trade on Tesla right around the 905, 906 areas. A quick scalp on it anyway. Yeah. I'd be willing to do that. 905.79. I would do 20 shares at 905. We'll say 905.76. So, and then 90, let's say 907. Same thing. Sell. So I'd get a 40 average, and then we'll say 903.76. Yeah. For a quick $40 profit. See if we can do that. Go for a good quick scalping trade here. There we go. See if we can get a good solid push up to those levels. Okay, guys, so still looking into doing this Tesla scalp. Although it's kind of hanging out here around the 5 minutes, not really making any moves up. I think it will eventually. And I think it'll get a push up over here in a quick pullback. I think that's possible. $905.76 to $903.76. It's pretty much what we're going for. But as it stands, looks like we're getting more of a rejection than anything. And if you look at the 15-minute, there's definitely room for a pullback to 898. Maybe even 896. So I would be more prone to buy there. Or maybe 897, or excuse me, yeah, 897, $56. Okay, so we'll cancel this out. We'll do 897.56. $76, yeah. Buy, and then 899 is where I would sell it. But if it comes up here to 905, got a plan for that. Might even push it up to 906, yeah. So 906.36, sell, and then 904. Okay, wait, 899. Pay attention, Matt. Yeah, because if this drops down to 897.76, and then 899.76 is where I want to sell it. Maybe I should be using 40 shares. So 897.76. And then $896.76. So 897.40. Yeah. 2 orders there. This 5-minute candle closes out, we may look to just go long right where we're at. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get long right here and look for a break of 903 and sell at the sell if it fails, excuse me. Where do we get in? 979. It's gonna get bought up there. There it is, it's getting bought up. So far so good. I'm gonna look for a break of these levels and a test of 905. 979, so I would go for 904.79, sell. I might even take 10 at 903 and then see where the other 10 can go. No, that's not good. Trying to be patient, guys. It's yeah, don't really want to lose too much more on the day. Would love to end the day up 200. This could be a good solid move here, so it's just having a hard time. It really is. It's just having a difficult time. It's probably trailing with the SPY a little, which is also kind of having a difficult time. But like a minor pullback. Well, that is not where you want to end. Okay, so we're gonna unload 10 right there. Keep a 0 loss. And just see where this other 10 can go. Okay. Try to get out here for the pop, if we can get a pop over this. See if we can get in here. Average in. Trying to sell for a much less of a loss. Actually, this could be turning around. Ah, all right. There's been enough of this for the day. So, guys, I got to get to work. I got other stuff I got to do. It's 12 o'clock. I'll see you Monday. Take care.